up, guys? It is time for yet another tier list video. I'm your host, BC King, and last time we ranked all the Mario Galaxy 1 bosses. Today we are ranking all the Mario Galaxy 2 bosses. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So, these are not in order, as you guys can probably tell, but we'll just do this anyway. So, first up, we got Peewee Piranha. Now, this one I do think is a worse starting boss than Dino Piranha from the first game. But it's still fine, I would say. I'd probably say C tier for Peewee Piranha. I do love getting to whack its behind, and it, like, you know, it's got like a little egg behind, and when you whack it, it exposes the little red button. You gotta whack it. That is funny, but overall, it is kind of a step down a bit from Dino Piranha, but I think it's still a decent boss, so C tier for Peewee Piranha. Now, I forget if they call this guy Lakitu Thunder or something else, but this is the guy from the Yoshi Galaxy. I really like this one. I do like how you have to use Yoshi to, eat the spikies and then hit it back at him. And just the setting, too, with the thunderclouds in the background, with the music, it's pretty fun. So, I would say B tier, honestly, for this guy. I think he could be a really fun, just energetic, and just cool boss. So, there you go. B tier for who I assume is called Lakitu Thunder. If not, then whatever he's called, he's a B tier. Okay, so our first out of order, here we go. We have, I think his name is Megahammer, which is I think the second Bowser Jr. boss fight. Megahammer is great. That's an easy A tier. I love this entire boss from start to finish. I love when you have to, like, use Yoshi to, what do you call it? Well, first you have to use the launch star to launch behind him, and then you have to, eat the bullet bills with Yoshi to whack it back at him. It is such a great idea for a boss fight. Then you got the second phase where you got Bowser Jr. in the cockpit, and you have to, instead hit the bullet bills back at him, and it's just a fun experience, so, definite easy A, and probably my favorite of the Bowser Jr. Boss fights from the second Galaxy game, but we'll get to one here in a bit that's like almost on par with this one. But this one, Megahammer, is an easy A tier. Now we got Digga-Leg, who is obviously the successor to Mega-Leg. Not quite the same size, it's like a smaller version of Mega-Leg. But the way you fight him is pretty cool. You have to use the drill to drill his little glass dome to reveal the star. And the third phase, I think, is actually kind of hard because he sends out the little drill enemies that can really fuck you up if you're not, like, good with timing and, like, good with, like, telling where they're coming from. So Digga-Leg, while I do think it is a step down from Mega-Leg, I think it's still a really solid boss. Definite B tier. I would say, yeah, I put it above the Lakitu Thunder guy, but, yeah, as a little successor to Mega-Leg, it's good, but, we can all agree that Mega-Leg is probably the better of the leg bosses, but Digga-Leg is still good, so B tier for Digga-Leg. Alright, we got the two Gobbleguts. Oh, man. So, normal Gobblegut, who is the first Bowser Jr. boss, Gobblegut is great. Easy A tier. I love the whole concept of having to whack his little, like, hunger spots, and, I mean, it's a fucking dragon. I mean, there's a reason why in Mario Kart 8 they made a track called Dragon Driftway, which is based on this guy, so he's just that damn great. However, I think Fire Gobblegut, because of the bigger challenge, is a lot better than Gobblegut. So, definitely above OG Gobblegut. I'm not sure if I put him above Mega-Leg, though. It's kinda, or not Mega-Leg, Megahammer, sorry. Honestly, you know what? I might do something here. I might put these guys in S. I really do love the Gobblegut boss fights. They might move down later, I'm not sure, but right now my mind's saying S for Gobblegut, so we'll keep him there for now. Okay, Prince Pikante. It's a good boss. I'd say B tier for Prince Pikante. I do love the arena you fight him on. You got that ice skating rink, and you have to hit the coconuts back at him, so it's kind of like a successor to King Caliente in a way. It's like, you know, we have fire with King Caliente, now we got ice with Prince Pikante, so kind of a throwback in a way, but I do like Prince Pikante. I would probably rank him actually below these guys, though. Now, you know what? These all are so close to each other. I would probably, this is so hard. I gotta go with here. Again, all the B ones are really good, but, it's just based on preference for me. but Prince Pikante is still a really good boss, so, he might move later, I'm not sure, but he's definitely at least a B tier. So Sorbetti is a very not talked about Mario Galaxy boss. It's definitely not great because of how simple it is. It's definitely a C tier and no higher than that. Because all you do is, like, you have this giant head that rolls around, you have to, like, spin attack its nose to, kill it, and it just spins faster the more you hit it. So, not the, actually, you know what? I might even go lower. I might go with D. I feel like Sorbetti is a cool idea, like, when you look at it from, like, a distance, because it's just a snowman with its head trying to attack you, but more could have been done with this one, I feel like, so, it's fine for what it is, but not the most fun thing to fight, so we'll put it at D tier. Okay, so I mentioned earlier how, with Megahammer, there is another Bowser Jr. boss that's kind of on par with, Megahammer. This one is it, the Boomsday Machine. I love the Boomsday Machine. Definitely A tier. I do like Megahammer a bit better than Boomsday Machine, but just the whole concept here, where you got Bowser Jr. in this giant, like, robot moving tower thing with, like, giant fireball, or giant fire sticks, like, circling around it. You got the Cloud Flower, and you have to basically make clouds to then jump over to him and then ground pound the cockpit he's in. Meanwhile, he's got giant fans as well that can suck up all the clouds and really mess with you. This boss fight is all kinds of great. Even though I don't prefer it quite as much as Megahammer, I think it is still a really, really solid Bowser Jr. fight. So definitely an A tier for both of them, but I do prefer Megahammer just slightly more. But Boomsday Machine is still fantastic. Glamdozer, I would say, is kind of on par with, like, how forgettable it is with Sorbetti. Although, I do think Glamdozer has a bit more going on for it than Sorbetti is, so I would probably say C tier. Because basically all you do is it'll spit, like, these giant fireballs at you, and you have to, ground pound the things to go, on each side of the leaf to then have it walk over the grate and then ground pound its belly. So, it's fun, but, you know what? Honestly, I might even go here. I might go above Peewee Piranha. I think both are kind of really basic, but I think Glamdozer has more going on for it on an overall sense than Peewee Piranha does. But both are, like, really on the basic side. So, yeah, fun boss fight for Glamdozer, but could have been better. But solid C tier. I think Squizzard, in my opinion, is a bit underrated because I think it's not the best boss in the game for sure, but I do like the concept here. So basically, you have to, he throws like little spiky bombs at you, and you have to get a fire flower, and then you have to basically launch fireballs into his mouth. So not like a super challenging boss fight, but I do kind of like it. I might go B tier for this one. Actually, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm thinking of who's left, and I might need to knock him down a bit. I might go like high C tier. But I do like Squizzard. I think he's a bit underrated, but I do see why people wouldn't put him higher than this, most likely. Because the boss fight is really simple. It does get harder eventually because the bombs are like, because he does close his mouth too, so you can't even fire at him for a time. But yeah, I'm gonna keep him there. He's fine, could have been better, but he is a tad underrated. But high C tier for Squizzard. Rollodillo, man, this guy is just cute. I love his whole thing. You have to roll into his back, and he's just a giant little fluffy armadillo. I might go low B with this one. I don't think I could put him higher because the boss fight is a bit on the simpler side compared to my C tier ones, but just using the rock mushroom and getting to, like, you know, plow through him as a boulder, just rolling across the entire planet, it's a lot of fun, I gotta say. But I wouldn't put him above these other ones in B tier because it is, this guy is a lot more simple than Prince Pikante, Lakitu Thunder, and Digga-Leg, but still a really fun boss fight, so low B tier. Alright, so the Whomp King. This is what you call a throwback. Now, he definitely is not the best boss from Galaxy, or not Galaxy, 64. But I feel like this version really did, you know, up him a bit, not by much. Doesn't he have the little thwimp, or the little, wimps that, like, follow you around now? Honestly, I'm kind of conflicted here. I can see him being put in, like, low A tier, or maybe, like, high B tier. You know, for nostalgia's sake, I might need to go, like, low A tier, but, you know what, no. I'm gonna go high B, because we have a couple of bosses left that we gotta rank anyway, so, I'm gonna go high B, might be low A in the future, or coming up here, but, nostalgic boss fight, they did up him a little bit in terms of how he fights. So, and he's obviously a lot bigger than he is in 64. He's like maybe twice as big as the 64 version. So, gotta give him that, but I'm not sure if I put him in A tier, but we'll see what shakes up. So now we got all the Mario Galaxy 1 bosses, because it did bring back a couple of them just to, you know, have that nostalgia factor, because they have like 5 in one galaxy, being the Boss Blitz galaxy, and they brought back Bugaboom in one of the main story galaxies. So Bugaboom is still a B tier. I'm not going to change my rankings from the first tier list. They're going to stay the same, I think. I'd say Bugaboom for me is probably like a low B compared to these guys. I would say Dino Piranha is definitely still a C tier. King Caliente is probably still a B tier, like maybe down here. Boulder Guy is still an A tier, but unfortunately it's not quite above these two Bowser Jr. fights. Major Burr, you know what? Okay, I'm moving this guy to A tier. Major Burrows is going to B. I'm putting him right, I'm gonna say right here, below Rollodillo. Fiery Dino Piranha, I would say, oh, he's definitely A tier, right? He's like he's like a lot of steps above OG Dino Piranha. I would say maybe, yeah, I'd put him there. Because he is such a massive upgrade in terms of difficulty from the first one with the whole, like, fire aesthetic, so I would definitely put him there. But there you go, that's all the Mario Galaxy 1 bosses. Also, why is Bowser Jr. like a separate thing in this list? Okay, well, here's what I'll do, right? I'll just do, like, add row below, and then we'll just do, I guess, Bowser Jr. solo for what? And we'll put him there. So, there we go. Anyway, on to the final boss being Bowser himself, of course. So here's the thing, right? I think overall, it is a bit of a step down from the first one. Even though I feel like Galaxy 2, they make Bowser, like, you know, obviously more giant. He's got a better theme with him this time around, I would say. But I think what drags it down for me is that the second phase is a really cool setting, but it's way, way too easy. That last phase where you got the dun, 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 dun. Such a great song, great atmosphere, but it is really, really easy. There is really no way to lose in that second phase. So, for that reason, it's still an S tier, but I think I might be going below the Gobbleguts. Even though it's still a great final boss, it's got a great, like, ending, great soundtrack, I do think one's final boss, even though it's not, like, to the same, maybe, what's what I'm looking for? It's not the same kind of, what am I trying to say? It's not the same, like, it doesn't feel as, like, what am I trying to say? I can't think of words right now. Bowser's bigger. I'm trying to say that. Galaxy 2 has bigger Bowser. It's a bigger boss, but I don't know. I couldn't get the word out of my head. But anyway, still a great final boss. Love Bowser from Galaxy 2, but it is a bit of a downgrade, just a little bit, from the first final boss from Galaxy 1. Also, I might be doing something here. Bear with me. I might be moving this guy to S and this guy to A. I think that looks right to me. I feel like this definitely makes more sense to me because Megahammer was really, really fun to fight. And Boomsday Machine is just, like, not quite, having thoughts again. I might be going here. I might go there. I might go here as well. Oh my god, this is so hard, man. Ugh. Okay, I'm keeping that. That looks right to me. I feel like that is as good as I'm gonna get. I feel like Sorbetti still belongs in D tier, though, because of how simple and easy and kind of dumb that boss fight is. But I feel like this makes a lot more sense and definitely Yeah, it looks right. I'm done. No more changes. And with that, we are done. I have ranked every Mario Galaxy 2 boss. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought and what you would change. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.